Now the next thing really that I want to go over is just kind of give you a context of where we're at with the facility and kind of what is happening as we go further with the project. If you kind of look over this first slide, you'll kind of see the University Union right there in the heart of the campus. We're dead center within the institution, and you can tell that it's a really good location. We're close to the interstate, we have lots of buildings surrounding us, and it's really an area that students have to actually go to as they cross over from one side of campus to the other. From this slide, you can tell that the architects really took a scientific approach to how they were designing this facility. They looked at everything from the average temperature that we have throughout the year to precipitation rainfall averages to the wind patterns and also to the sunlight patterns where it actually sat and where it was at its highest peak. And we really use this to make the facility more sustainable and more environment friendly. So we're hoping that by doing this we can have a safe and energy efficient building. As we go through this next slide, this one really gives you an idea again that we're centrally located here on this campus, but it gives you an idea of the traffic patterns. It's one of the most heavily populated patterns of student traffic on campus, and you can see we get it from 3 different areas as we go throughout the facility. The other thing that's really nice to point out is that we have a parking deck that a lot of our visitors use when they come on campus, and you'll notice we get a lot of visitor traffic coming through from that side of campus as well. One last thing to point out on this slide is that we're right in the center of a huge parking ring, which is really good for students because if they're wanting to come to the University Union, they have lots of options to park, whether it's 2 to 5 minutes away from the actual facility. Here's the part of the presentation that I know everybody's excited about. We'll actually get to see some conceptual designs of what the facility looks like. Just to kind of give you an idea of where we're at on the campus, if you look up there in the left-hand corner of this presentation, you'll see the Hurley Administration Building. To the right is Union Circle. The little gray building kind of the left center of this slide is the Eagle Student Service Center. As you kind of notice, the existing Union is actually in the block at the top of this presentation, kind of in some of that white area, and we're really looking to expand towards the south, which would mean that we would take out Scholar and Stovall Hall. This was all part of the university master plan that came out of a consultation in 2005. But you'll kind of see this as we go through some of the floor plans, that you'll see a little bit more accurate representation of the site plan. As we look through this is actually the first floor of the University Union. Again, just to kind of get your bearings, over here to the right is Union Circle, to the left is Hurley Administration Building. This will actually be the 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access for students, so this is the part of the facility that students can access any time or day of the night. And really the idea behind this was that students always needed to check their mailboxes, they needed to use ATM machines, they needed to have TVs that they could plug gaming systems into or plug laptops into and really talk about their classes and make sure that they could meet, whether that was at 4 a.m. in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So this actually gives students the option to do that. Within that area, you'll see a dining cafe, which is kind of a Denny's Waffle House type concept where students can go after they've been studying for a long night or just been out hanging out with friends. They can come here and actually enjoy a dining venue. To the right of the dining cafe is the corner market. And really that's going to replicate a lot of the things that we have in the current Union, but we're also hoping to expand some of the sales to laundry detergent or, toothpaste or some of those other items that students need on a daily basis. And outside of that corner market, we'll have a little bit of an outdoor dining area for those students to kind of enjoy some of the sandwiches or grab-and-go concepts that the corner market currently has. One of the things to point out and this too is kind of the expanded bookstore. We have a larger bookstore concept in this model and a lot of glass. So the bookstore will be able to have its own storefront and its own entry outside of the University Union, where if they wanted to do special promotions or operate different hours in the Union, they're able to do that. As you look through some of the gray area and some of the yellow circles with X's on them, the 2 larger X's with yellow X's are service elevators, and the smaller one is actually a passenger elevator. And really what this is saying is that students and visitors of the campus will no longer have to travel up our elevators with trash next to them. We'll have 2 behind-the-scenes service elevators that will service the entire building without crossing the public path. And that you'll notice as we go to the next floor concept plan, you'll see all elevators at every entry of the facility, which is really a nice and unique approach to this university. Just to kind of give you an idea, there's some expanded loading docks that go on with this facility, giving us the ability to handle a lot more drop-offs and deliveries that come within the union. And of course we have a larger maintenance area facility back of the house, shipping and receiving, that will be able to accommodate that facility. As we go forward to the second floor, this is actually really the main entrance of the University Union. If you kind of go from the top to the bottom, you'll see that we have a large dining area with about 2 or 3 more service options and a huge catering kitchen. So we're hoping that, you know, students will have healthier options, they'll have more options, and they can go up into this dining area and actually enjoy some more relaxed seating. It won't be the cafeteria style that we're used to. We'll see a lot of booths, a lot of comfy furniture, large overstuffed chairs, just some areas that students can kind of get away from it all. You'll notice in the top left-hand corner there we have a coffee shop concept, and that really kind of opens up into that outdoor seating area along with the main area dining right there. So students can actually, again, enjoy a seamless experience from inside of the facility to outside of the facility. As you go down kind of further, you'll see the Avesta dining area, and that's going to be the sit-down restaurant. But now they'll have the option to actually have a rooftop servery area where people can, when the weather's nice, go outside and enjoy their food outside. We have the bagel shop located right next door to that, and then as you kind of go there to the left, you'll see we kind of get into some blue area, and that's actually the retail area. Wells Fargo Bank, Design Works, Copy Center, and probably room for another retail option will be available down in that area. So we want to make sure that we give students everything, all the amenities that we possibly can that will make it more convenient for them to be here on campus. As you go even further left, you're going to see the 1 o'clock lounge there, and we want to make sure that that tradition was kept in place and connected to the syndicate. And what you're seeing over here in the syndicate, as you see that it's been moved from its current location, which is kind of right over underneath that Avesta area, to where the Lyceum was previously located. And really the idea behind this is now that the syndicate is located over here next to the outdoor dining area, we can open up a garage door and really have a band playing and lots of music and everything going on throughout this entire area. You'll notice that we kind of have a pub or a bar type concept over here in the syndicate as well, where you can go get some food and kind of just enjoy everyone's company. As you go down, you'll notice that the Eagle Student Service Center is connected to the Union at this point. You can enter from the second floor of the University Union, and this will actually take you into the first floor of the Eagle Student Service Center. As we go to the third floor concept, just wanted to point out that we have a lot of more meeting space in here, a huge multi-event space. The Lyceum is actually located to the south now, and we have lots of lounge space. So kind of working throughout this diagram, if we start here in the north, you're going to see a lot of groups represented, whether it's a multicultural center, student government association, graduate student council, dean of students, campus life, student legal. All these areas are located in that dark orange area. This will actually be the area where all of our student organizations will be housed too. They'll have lots of storage lockers that they can use, lots of tables where they can spread out their projects and really collaborate with other student organizations and departments. And the one really nice, unique feature of this area is that student organizations will be able to access this area 24 hours a day. So if they want to come up and work on a poster or work on some signage at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning, they can do that. They can card swipe up that elevator and it'll take them right into the student organization area. As we go kind of down to the left over there by the syndicate level again, you'll see that the syndicate has a mezzanine level, and this is actually will lead you from an outdoor plaza right to the library mall. But this mezzanine level will allow you to actually see everything that's going on in the syndicate, or you could step outside onto the balcony and see everything that's going outside in the outdoor dining area. As you kind of go through this, you'll again notice that there's lots of huge lounge spaces. As you go down towards the Lyceum, one of the problems in the current facility is that when a class gets out with 500 people and another one is trying to go in, it really gets congested. With this new design, we'll be able to house everybody coming out of the Lyceum and we can have a bunch of people waiting comfortably in furniture, in various lounge spaces above that, where they can actually wait for that classroom to clear and then walk in themselves. So it's really a nice additional feature. Again, I just want to point out in this diagram, we have an elevator located at every entrance, and then we also have the 2 service elevators located in this area as well. So again, as I said previously, none of the back of the house will actually cross with any of the public coming through the facility. The final floor concept plan is actually the 4th floor. The blue area is all the union administrative offices, whether that's scheduling services, business and operations, information technology, all the marketing, all those areas are located there. We have a really nice meeting room. If you see that the meeting room there on the left has a really nice view of the Hurley Administration Building, and you'll actually get to see that later on in the presentation as we go forward. But again, lots of lounge space here on the 4th floor. The one thing to point out is you kind of see the white X's. That's actually lots of daylight cut through the entire facility. So there's this huge atrium that goes all the way from the 1st level to the 4th level, so you can actually look down and get natural light all the way throughout the facility. So we're very excited about that concept. And then the last thing to kind of point out in this diagram is that we have the potential to put a lot of rooftop gardens here that are very sustainable and will allow people to walk around on the roof and enjoy the natural vegetation of Texas.